Welcome back. We're ready to take a look at Part 2 and Part 3 of our assignment. Part 2 asks us to evaluate a school improvement team committee meeting. It asks you to attend a school improvement team committee meeting and summarize the discussion based on the linkages of activities to the school's assessment results. Analyze the outcomes of the meeting for support of these assessment needs. Now, anybody can attend a school improvement meeting. They are called ESAC meetings, and they are open to the public. They are advertised usually, but within this time frame, there may not be a school meeting that is convenient for you to go to. Now, if your own school was having one, that of course makes it very, very simple. However, since all of the team meetings have to post their minutes online, it is perfectly permissible to just use the meeting minutes for this part of the assignment. So, how do I do that? Well, there's several ways. You could Google Broward Schools ESAC minutes, Dade Schools ESAC minutes, or you could go directly to the county website and start that way. So here's what I did. I went to dadeschools.net. I went to the directories and I decided I was going to look at Coral Reef High School and see what they had. Now, you'll see that there's an ESAC link here and their school improvement plan here. So I can open the ESAC link and it takes me to the Office of School Improvement. From there, you can view rosters of them and view meeting minutes. So to do that, you need to know a location number. You can search for a location number by clicking here, and then you can ask for the minutes. What I've done in this instance is from dadeschools.net, I clicked on Coral Reef's website. Now, some school websites will have this and some won't, but I knew that Coral Reef did, so I kind of cheated a little bit. I know that on Coral Reef's website, they have a link to their ESAC meetings, and I thought that would make it easier for me, and of course it did. So, and here's where they obviously on their website post when their meetings will be. And you can see they're having one February 4th at 3 p.m. So, I then clicked the link and opened up their minutes from last May. So let's take a look at their minutes. Most of the minutes look exactly like this from the different schools because they are using a template. Who the secretary is, where the meeting was held, if there was a quorum, was it advertised, and when. Who is present, and you can see we have representatives of the principal, teachers, paraprofessionals, parents, a student rep, and community reps. People who were absent and excused, no one had an unexcused absent. Anybody else who was present, and what was covered. So let's take a look and see what was covered in this meeting. Is there anything of importance? I see, thank goodness, testing is beginning to wind down. We have one more week of major testing. And we can keep looking. And they had some visitors, they said, at their school. And the primary question was, what do you do at your school that could be implemented at other schools in the district to improve student achievement? Because this is a very good school. And it says, the focus was more about, tell us about your school, the results of our assessment, and the data. None of the questions we had prepared were mentioned. They talk about their school improvement plan, And then they get down to some important things. Language arts. They would like to continue with the goals and strategies from last year. And the suggestions include having school-wide vocabulary strategies, the use of graphic organizers as a reading strategy, and school-wide instruction and practice in the various use of research skills. So that's important information. They also do the same for math and science and social studies. So they have suggestions. You can then see how long this meeting was. It ended at 3:40. It began at 3 o'clock. So this meeting was 40 minutes, and that was what was discussed. Now, if you want to look for a particular school, and then you can match that to obviously to the school improvement plan. So in the school improvement plan, were they talking about vocabulary, language arts, and looking for ways to improve that? Because that's what they're talking about at their ESAC meeting. So you would have to, if you don't know the school's location number that you're using for, if you go to this site, and I've given you this link in Blackboard as well, you would click here to find it. So if you want an elementary school, here are the location numbers above that little envelope. So let's say I said, well, I'm going to look at Amelia Earhart's plan. So their location number is 1521. Whoops, let's get back to where I need to be. Sorry about that. Okay, 1521. And then I want the minutes. So I'm going to click on minutes and hope that that opens up for me. Okay, and for reasons unbeknownst to me, this site does not seem to be working right now, but that is the way to go about it. Now, obviously, if that does not work, put in your search box Dade Schools ESAC minutes or Broward Schools ESAC minutes or whatever county you want to do, and what will come up are a list of things. Look carefully. You'll see that here was my coral reef, which is why it was easy for me to do, but you'll notice Ludlam Elementary School ESAC minutes, and there are pages and pages of them. Norwood Area Relief ESAC minutes, Pesco Elementary School ESAC minutes. So there are many. You could do it this way. If you know the name of the school you're looking for, you could put the school's name in and say ESAC minutes and see what comes up. You might have to do some searching. You'll also find that there's great disparity between some of the minutes. Let's see if I can get to another one while we're on here. So here is ESAC minutes from Redondo Elementary School. Click to view ESAC minutes. What do? They take us back to the site that we were on, as opposed to posting it on their own website the way Coral Reef did. So that makes it a little bit more difficult for us. Let's see if Skyway Elementary School does it differently. Okay, they take us to their website. They tell us about ESAC. They tell us about the meetings. And do they give us the minutes, archives? And I don't really see minutes here. I may be missing it, but so you can see, oh, here, wait, but it's not a link. So minutes of Skyway Elementary ESAC minutes, meeting minutes, but if we click here, it just is ESAC. And so you can see that some schools do a much better job of making this accessible to us. Let's try one more, see if we have any better luck. Again, we come directly to Sylvania Heights website and to the ESAC minutes page. Schedule meetings. They're a little bit behind, obviously, on their website. And all meetings open to the public. ESAC minutes, let's see, do we have them? Yes. So here are all their ESAC minutes from, and this is what you get to when you are on the Dade School site that I was trying to get to that didn't seem to be working before. The minutes by time and date. So they had an ESAC meeting on all throughout 2014, 10/8/2014. Let's take a look at that one. Well, 5/15, which looks like that was the last one they've had, so they may be behind here. So again, you can see members present, members absent, and here we go. Data still pending, end of the year review. Maybe because this was the last one, they don't have much. Let's just click on something else and see, do we get any better results? Their meeting minutes seem to be quite brief, doesn't give us a lot of information. So interesting, as you can see the differences between them. So I encourage you to explore a little, see what you can find out, use what is available to you in the best way possible. So now, part 3. Suggest activities. Once you've looked at the school improvement plan and you see what their needs are, you're going to describe activities that the team might be able to do to improve student learning outcomes. Propose activities that can contribute to the overall improvement of the school based on the results. Reflect upon activities that you personally think would benefit students and why you think so. So here's where you get to be a little bit creative. And again, if you've had experience in this field, perhaps you've attended your own school improvement meetings and ESAC meetings, and then you might have it from a very personal perspective. If you haven't done that, you can think pie in the sky. What would be the ideal situation to improve student learning? What activities would you suggest? Would you suggest a weekly field trip? And that's where students would be exposed to lots of different things. Of course, that takes lots of money. Or maybe they're virtual field trips, but in-person ones are nicer. Maybe you initiate a special reading program after school, or maybe you initiate a special training for parents so they can better help their children at home. There's all kinds of things, and again, as I said, be creative as possible. Now, notice you've got a link to dadeschools.net in our assignment. You've got a link to the Office of School Improvement, and the Office of School Improvement has all the information. Remember, if they ask you to log in, you can create an account as a community member or as a parent if you have a student in the school system, and have access to a lot more than what you will have at this particular page. I also gave you a link to picking the schools on dadeschools.net so you can find, remember, for school minutes. So you're not looking for bylaws, you're not looking for the roster. So you pick a school, and those are the minutes you will see of the ESAC meeting. So that's another way to access ESAC meetings. This school, of course, I picked one. Coral Gables didn't have any. So that doesn't help me much. So you have to try a few or be lucky as you go through this search. Again, I picked something that doesn't have it, of course. Okay. And then I gave you a link to Broward schools if that is of interest to you. And they have an excellent school improvement website with the templates that are being used, with the school improvement plans presented to the school board. And you can explore this for more information, and you can, again, look for meeting minutes. They have school advisory councils set up, and you can see what kinds of things are here if that's of interest to you. So these 3 parts make up this assignment. Good luck. Let me know if you have questions or concerns. Thanks for your attention. I hope this clarifies it for you.